Bernie is still waiting for a surge. Is there any chance it happens? Let's meet tonight's party panel and talk it out. We've got townhall.com editor and Fox News contributor Katie Pavlich. Look who's back, former senior advisor to Vice President Joe Biden and Chief Transparency Officer for Transparent Business. It is Vela, and Reason editor-at-large and host of the Fifth Column podcast in its 20th year. Matt Welch is back. Welcome, everyone. It's one of the longest-running podcasts in history. It really is.
Even before there were podcasts.
It's a testament to your vision. So let's talk a little bit about this. Is Bernie Sanders done? Is there anything that can happen? Because a lot of people said the same thing about Joe Biden after everything but South Carolina.
I would never say that things are completely done, but the math at this point is not in Bernie Sanders' favor. When you have Joe Biden taking Michigan, a place where they thought Bernie Sanders maybe could play, a place that he came back against Hillary Clinton in 2016, that's going to be difficult for him. It's interesting to watch the turning points leading up to this point of the Bernie Sanders demise. There was the comments about Fidel Castro, which he continues to quadruple down on.
That's not going to help him in Florida.
Right. And then also, of course, the endorsements from Jim Clyburn and other Democratic candidates who had not endorsed previously.
I think that's what swung the race. I really do. I think he owes Jim Clyburn the VP spot.
There's just
you know why?
Yeah, well,
because he's a young man. And that would be the ticket of youth.
Maybe Jim Clyburn should recommend someone for Vice President Joe Biden to pick as his vice presidential candidate.
He might do a better job because Joe's had a little problem in the past remembering the people that he would consider for the vice presidency. We know that Elizabeth Warren is potentially on his list to be the Treasury Secretary, which, you know, is another reason Wall Street is cratering right now. But should Elizabeth Warren, after tonight, endorse Joe Biden?
Well, first, let me say this. It's far be it for me to disagree with Katie, right? But I think Bernie Sanders is done.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd probably go ahead and drop out tomorrow and let's.
You think tomorrow?
Yeah, I do. Let me tell you something.
Shouldn't he gather some more delegates so he has some power?
Well, you know what?
So he can write some of the rules in Milwaukee if anyone goes.
At some point, you know, and I know it disappoints, you know, a lot of folks on the right that wanted Bernie, right, because they knew he was an easy victory for the president.
It's a better narrative for the president.
I get it.
Socialism versus capitalism, that's a win.
I hate to bust everyone's bubble, but socialism is not going to happen in our country. It's not going to happen in the Democratic Party. And Joe Biden will be the nominee. He's the presumptive nominee now after tonight, clearly.
Yeah.
I think Bernie's gone. I think it's done. Let's go. Let's move on.
So, which brings me to now Democrats have to wake up tomorrow morning and go, oh, my God, Joe Biden? Really? He's like Howard Dean's grandpa.
7 months with the guy in the bathrobe, just kind of wheeling him around, trying not to have campaign events, which they're probably not going to do.
They're sticking to the prompter. It's real short. Hi, everyone.
The drama.
The social distancing campaign.
That's true.
We're canceling everything because coronavirus.
Or something.
It'll be late August. They're like, coronavirus is done. The story's over. People have recovered. Thank God it wasn't so bad. Yeah, but Joe's people are still going to be like, no, we're still.
I mean, if you think about the entire race, what was it? It was a long, slow process to see whether or not anyone could rise to the challenge of being better than the default old guy who was the known quantity. And no one could do it. Like, Elizabeth Warren got close.
What does that say? Does that say something about, is that a testament to Joe Biden?
No.
Or is that, does it show how shallow and lame the Democrat bench is right now?
Well, yes, but also that the democratic socialism experiment, the sort of the feeling in the party, which drives a ton of passion among young voters, although not enough so that they actually go out and vote.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a serious problem.
Yeah.
But like everyone tried, they had their shot, but no one could quite do it.
Yep.
And when push came to shove, it was the African American vote who said, we don't want socialism in the Democratic Party. Yeah. Look at the poll numbers among African Americans in Mississippi. It is the Sanders got clubbed like a baby.
Something percent.
No, it's 80
something to 15 or something.
13% for Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
He's getting absolutely decimated.
And it's not because people don't like Bernie. Bernie is a likable guy. He's very authentic. But, you know, thank God someone was doing the math.
Yeah, but if you actually look at what people are saying in terms of the agenda that they want to put forth for the Democratic Party moving forward with a nominee, their number one thing is beating President Trump. They think Joe Biden is the person to do that. But if you look at the way they come down on issues, the vast majority, I'm not just talking about like a small majority, the vast majority of Democratic primary voters in every single state we've seen so far want single-payer health care.
No,
they want for debt forgiveness for student loans. So this idea that
hold on,
we
time out.
We are going to take a
Okay.
We're going to return with the panel.